Welcome back again, Gameyaaad family. Thank you so much for joining us for another video. Now, the selection of Roston Chase as West Indies' new Test captain has generated significant discussion, reflecting both optimism and skepticism in the West Indies cricketing community and, by extension, the global cricketing arena. And while Cricket West Indies would have lauded their efforts in this new way of selecting Test captain and vice captain, the selection process has come under heavy scrutiny here in the West Indies. And here on Gameyaaad TV, we are going to break it down for you. Stay tuned to Gameyaaad TV. We will be right back. Do not touch that dial. Now, let me say this up front. I have utmost respect for Dr. Kishore Shallow and his team, by extension, Miles Bascom, Cricket West Indies director, and also head coach Darren Sammy. I have also, utmost respect for Roston Chase and Jomel Warrican. Now, I just want to wish Roston Chase and Jomel Warrican all the best in their new roles as West Indies Test captain and vice captain respectively. Now, with that said, we want to look on, the issues that are the question being, raised surrounding the selection of these two individuals. Now, the first point I will be looking on is Roston Chase's lack of recent Test experience. As you know, Roston Chase would have not played Test cricket in 2 years. In fact, he would have last represented West Indies at the Test level in March of 2023. And selecting him as captain, brings to view whether or not he will have, match readiness. He would have lacked familiarity with the current Test environment. Now, a lot of people are saying that they do not understand why Roston Chase was even, in the conversation in the first place for West Indies Test captain, and then to be selected up as, West Indies Test captain. Now, based on the press release, a lot of people, are speculating that, given that Shea Hope would have, respectfully turned down the offer to lead the West Indies Test lineup, it suggests to us that, given the fact that the press release did not, say whether or not these 6 players they would have applied, or these 6 players who were shortlisted did not apply for the position, it seems like they were handpicked by Darren Sammy and his team. And it brings to view whether or not, Darren Sammy, would have, selected Roston. I mean, from the initial stage of him selecting Roston Chase, probably at that point he knows that, he would want Roston Chase as his captain. I mean, that's some of the views here in the region. In recent years, it seems like, Roston Chase would have lost interest in red ball cricket, and he was focusing more on the white ball format of his career. So a lot of people are saying Roston Chase needs to find his way back in the team by performance rather than being selected as, captain, right? Because he would have only played 2 games this year in the domestic competition, that is the West Indies championship. I mean, those 2 games he would have played, he would have, had made very good score. I think he would have made a century against the combined campuses and colleges team. And if my memory serves me right, I think he would have made a 47 against Trinidad and Tobago Red Force. Right, so he did well in the 2 matches, but playing 2 matches at the domestic level really do not suggest to us that this person really want to play red ball cricket. And given the fact that Roston Chase did not lead the Barbados team this year in the competition, then how come we really elevate him to West Indies Test captain? I mean, on the flip side of things, I believe that Darren Sammy and his team believe that he has the experience, right? That level, he would have played 49 matches. I mean, there's another argument that his test figures are really poor, right? And we will get to that. So I believe that Darren Sammy believe that he has the experience, he has the mental capacity to lead the team. He has the calmness and the understanding of the game. So I mean, I think those are some of the criteria I believe that they would have looked on in selecting Roston Chase for the Test captain. Now the second point I really want to look on is Roston Chase inconsistency in performance. As you know, Roston Chase batting average in his Test career so far, he would have averaged 26, and in his bowling he would have averaged 46. And that statistic do not reflect the typical performance level of someone you would expect to be a Test captain. And next point I want to make as it relates to Roston Chase is the fact that Craig Brathwaite would have given up the captaincy at age 32, right? And we would have now selected a captain at age 33. And Dr. Kishore Shallow would have mentioned in the press release that the selection process that they would have used is forward thinking. No, I mean, that does not suggest forward thinking to me, because the predecessor would have retired from the captaincy at age 32, and we would have selected a captain at age 33. And not only that, we would have selected a vice captain at age 32. In fact, Jomel Warrican will be 33 by May 20. So I'm not seeing where that is forward thinking. And the decision really lacks any succession planning. Because look on it this way. The new World Test Championship cycle runs from 2025 to 2027. So let's say, for argument's sake, Darren Sammy would have given up one of his roles, which may be the Test head coach, in 2 years, right? He would have selected two 33-year-old persons to lead the team. At 2027, it seems as if we would be at the same position we were at 2025, right? So generally, when you are selecting a vice captain, even if the captain is older, you would select a younger vice captain so that he can over time learn the intricacies of the game. And Jomel Warrican and Roston Chase, arguably they are the same age. Where is the forward thinking in this decision? Right? And selecting Roston Chase, to me, and this is my humble opinion, it suggests that Darren Sammy, and to be honest with you, when Darren Sammy was elected head coach of all format of West Indies cricket, I actually said that Darren Sammy has unfettered power in West Indies cricket, and you cannot give one person so much power in an organization, right? So it seems to me that Darren Sammy objective is result oriented rather than us bringing the cricket to a level step by step, right? And I would want to see West Indies cricket taking a step-by-step approach in order to improve our cricket overall. Because if Darren Sammy leaves the position at the end of this World Test Championship, we are in the same position as we were in 2025, right? So I want to see, some more forward thinking, I mean, I'm not sure what the Kishore Shalom was alluding to when he made that statement in the press release, but I'm not really seeing where we are forward thinking here. And another thing, selecting Jomel Warrican as our vice captain. Now, I know that, Jomel Warrican over time, he would have elevated himself as a leading spin bowler for us in Test cricket. Now, selecting him as the vice captain may suggest to me that Budakish Moti Test career may be over, because you have a vice captain who will always play. So unless we are playing on a wrong turner, as similar to Pakistan, I don't see Budakish Moti getting a game in the West Indies current lineup, given that we would have given Jomel Warrican the vice captaincy. Now I need somebody to explain that to me. Giving Roston Chase and Jomel Warrican the captaincy and vice captaincy at this point in their career, in the twilight of their career, is not really forward thinking. Honestly, I'm being honest and respectful. I am very respectful here, right? I'm not seeing where it is forward thinking to me. And I mean, someone can explain to me where the forward thinking is, where that is concerned. Another point I want to make is that some, view the selection of Roston Chase as captain as a symbolic gesture or a result of their so-called data-driven decision making, rather than on purely cricketing decision. So in essence, what people are saying, they would want, to see a more strategic based approach rather than just data driven. Because I mean, data driven decision is good, but it has to be placed in the proper context. Because what a lot of people are saying is that Roston Chase was selected based on just theory, right, rather than the practical experience of cricket. And they would want to see a more strategic based choice in terms of how we select the captaincy, rather than just purely theory. You do a psychometric analysis, and then you look on some intangibles as it relates to persons being able to speak well, communication. Look on their communication skill. You look on how they behave in public, and all those soft skills, rather than how the person would have performed over a particular time on the field and off the field, rather than just using purely soft skills. So I think that is one of the things Cricket West Indies could look on, as they go forward using this new modern approach. Now, some also argue that Roston Chase did not lead the Barbados team at the domestic level, and so elevating him as the captain, and he has not had any test experience or any test experience as captain at the international level, so he probably lacks the experience there. And giving him the captaincy at this point in time, it's gonna be a tough task for him, because his first assignment will be the mighty Australians. And if you would have looked on the squad, it's a very strong squad that the Australians are coming with. It's the same squad that they will use in the World Test Championship final, right? So, I mean, I really want to commend Roston Chase, to be honest with you, for his new role, as I would have started out with. Regardless of all the issues that we have, we are going to rally around Roston Chase and Jomel Warrican nonetheless. In closing, this is really a bold step made by Cricket West Indies in terms of injecting new leadership change. Now, the effectiveness of this leadership change will depend on, number one, how Roston Chase will adapt to this new role, and number two, how well the players respond to his leadership, and how well they will play under his leadership. Now, as the Australians series approach, the cricketing world will be, keenly observing how this new chapter will unfold as it relates to this West Indies team. With all that being said, the $1,000,000 question is, who will Roston Chase replace in the current West Indies test lineup? Will it be Alec Athanaze? Will it be Cavem Hodge? Or will it be Justin Graves? Stay tuned to Gameyaaad TV. Please remember to hit that subscribe button. Turn on that post notification bell so that you can be notified whenever content would have been uploaded to the channel. Please remember to hit that thumbs up button. And stay tuned to Gameyaaad TV. We have much more to come.
Belo, 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 belo.